One.
Hello everyone, welcome to Overcharged Plasma Gaming. It's first video posted in a while, but basically we three happy young people are going down to LGT. We're leaving in 2 days time, and this is our last chance to record really before we go down, so we're doing this.
Don't drum it up, it's not 2 days. We're recording at midnight, it's tomorrow.
Yeah. We're leaving in about 29 hours. Yes, I've got a lot of work to get this video up on the channel before we all go.
Oh, yeah.
I've still got painting to do, so...
Yeah, always.
I mean, so do I.
We're not helping you paint on the train, by the way. I want you to know that.
No, I'm doing it tonight, and then a little bit of Chris's tomorrow, and then that should be it.
Yeah.
You'll be in the garage then.
Yeah. I'm already doing a practice game here, so I might as well do it there.
Yes. So John is trying to not repeat his process of painting at the venue, because that might be.
Could go that way.
Yeah. So it's going to be our standard kind of pre-tournament vlog. We're going to talk about our list. We're going to talk about what we hope to achieve at this event, and we're going to also highlight some interesting lists. We normally would do a run one matchups, but that's tomorrow at 2, and that is definitely far too close of a time frame for this video.
Stressful.
But we will be doing something like that Thursday night on the Team Scotland Facebook page, right?
Yeah, so the Team Scotland Warhammer 40k Facebook page, we will try and do a live video from the either the hotel or the train. If we're like waiting around somewhere and it's quiet, we'll figure something out. But there'll be something going up on the Team Scotland page on Thursday, and then probably throughout the event, out to the event as well on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to try and stream to YouTube for the first time at this event, and like maybe after the Friday RTT that I'm taking part in, and I know Innes will have some practice games going on as well. So yeah,
real YouTubers would be filming while they're playing on their selfie sticks.
Yeah, I have self-respect though.
No, you're taking Dark Eldar. No, you don't.
Point taken. Speaking, all right, so that's a nice transition. What's everyone taking? Innes, what are you bringing?
So I have betrayed the cause a little bit, and I have swapped over to an Iron Hands list. So I've been messing about with Space Marines. I took Black Templars to the Overcharged Plasma Gaming GT that Chris ran a couple of months ago. And then I've been on and off playing them since then because I'm prepping for some team events and something like that. And I just didn't really feel like Chaos had what it took to stand up in the format. Because of the way the LGT is playing, where we have 5 rounds with only the top 4 making the top cut to potentially win the tournament. And with the base number, I believe there's going to be up to 18 undefeated players. You really need to be scoring really big points, which is like 97 to 100 points a game if you want to stand in a chance of winning it. Yeah. Just winning games isn't enough. You need to win them big. And I just didn't feel like Chaos had the tool for that. I would have been very comfortable playing them. Death Guard, New Thousand Sun stuff. There's a lot of power there. A lot of power that I've been really happy using in a different tournament format. But for this one, I really wanted to get those scoring units in that Chaos just doesn't really have access to. So you've got stuff like you don't really have things that can move about and grab scoring points and stuff. So I went with Iron Hands. So I'm playing Iron Hand Successors. I have Master Artisans and Whirlwind of Rage. So that's reroll a hit and exploding sixes in combat. And then I've got some fairly standard stuff. I have the Primaris Lieutenant from Indomitus, Primaris Tech Marine, a squad of Infiltrators, 2 squads of Vanguard Veterans with Lightning Claws and Storm Shields, 2 Redemptors, the Character Contemptor, a bunch of other chaff, and a Leviathan because I'm a snowflake who can't help myself.
And you finally get to bring out your levy to play after last time.
I only bought him for I only bought him in February 2020 when everybody bought the Leviathan if you didn't already have one, to Netless Proviathan.
And then it got nerfed before you were able to take it.
It got nerfed the day before a tournament that I was taking it to. And I never got the chance to play it. I believe the math on it was that I bought it, I played 7 games in 13 turns.
Which my Chaos ones were nerfed a lot worse than his.
No, the Iron Hands one lost so much more than yours did because the Iron Hands had good buffs, unlike Chaos, which never did.
Yeah, but mine were cool.
Yeah,
but they've never been good. They're good in Thousand Suns now. You should definitely be running one.
So you're bringing Iron Hands Alpha Strike.
Oh yeah, drop pod full of Devastators.
Yes. So it's
John Lennon will hate me.
Yeah,
that's fine. I've told him already.
Yeah, I've had I'm gonna say pleasure to be polite, of playing this list I think a couple times, and it sucks on LGT terrain. It really does suck. It's so hard to hide from that list on
Yeah,
the terrain.
it's really good at chasing those little angles. It's really good at just blowing you off of the very fairly open objectives and boards. I'm really looking forward to playing it. I think it's got a lot of legs. We've seen some good results from people like Nassim Foucain, who've been playing similar lists. Not quite as heavy on the dreads as I've gone, but definitely seeing some good results from them, and I'm looking forward to doing what I can with it.
Yeah, one thing to note is that in Scotland we normally have all runes count as obscuring just for sake of argument, because we often have mismatching terrain on the tables, just to make it fair and balanced. LGT, the small runes aren't obscuring, which changes everything up for us coming down. And
Screw you, Raiders!
Yeah, like all my Raiders are just like the sails are just going shoot me. John, what are you?
Glorious.
What are you taking?
Thousand Suns, Cult of Duplicity.
Woo! Teleporting.
Yeah, I get the teleport spell, which is gonna be really cool. Yeah. So I've got Armin, I've got Exalted Sorcerer, who's my boss. I've got the Dark Magister, who I've had to make it one up for myself. I've got Sorcerer Terminator armor. I've got 2 units of rubrics, 3 squads of Zangor, 120 to 10. I've got a 10-man squad of Terminators, Spawn, and I have 2 of the everybody's favorite Contemptors.
Woo. Do they have twin Volca Culverins?
Yeah.
Oh my, I'm shocked. Just like mine.
Wait, there's other ways of running them? I was not aware of this.
Is yours a character?
No.
Oh, just mine then.
Yours.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun not being able to shoot Innis's Contemptors.
Look, why would I let you shoot them if I just don't have to?
Fair. And also giving them all the rerolls because of their own warlord trait.
And bodyguard.
And bodyguard, so they can stand in front with, and also they have rights. So you'll have rights of war in that list as well, knowing you.
I do, yeah.
And I think it's also on a Primaris guy, so it's 9 inches as well.
Yeah.
So that dreadnought is now obsec and can't be shot. Yeah, really fun.
I love my list.
Yeah, so for me, I'm kind of backpedaling a little bit because of the weirdness of the terrain. My hyper aggressive 5 Raider setup with lots of blasters in there, and I'm just going on chasing the angles. It didn't really work that well. The couple of games I ran into Innis, because kind of Alpha Strike or just Marine nonsense with dreadnoughts is quite a common this type, I was kind of sent back to the drawing board. So I've gone back to a very defensive Dark Elder list with the double Trueborn and Big Court to the last style list. It's still got teeth. It's still got more teeth than what I ran at my event, the OPG GT. I'm still running 2 units of Hellions. One of them is rocking the Strength Dog right now. Still Blackheart and Obsidian Rose.
Stolen.
Yes, that was stolen by Simon Fitzpatrick. It just makes sense.
Simon Fitzpatrick.
From, yes, not by, from. It's late, and I am a sleepy boy.
I have to say that because it was 1/3 of my team's list, so it counts as mine.
Yeah. But one of the big changes is I actually only made, I think, a few days ago, on Saturday, was upgrading the witches to be blood brides. I was kind of messing around with the last handful of points that I had, and was like, oh, I can put in 2 Cabinet Warrior squads or 1 squad of witches, and then have like 40 points left over, so it was just weird. So I just burnt 20 of those points into make my witches blood brides, which means if they do go into stuff, they're going to really hurt now, which is nice. I just need to not...
Yeah, those blood brides do a lot of damage.
I just need to not lose them. Like, that seems to be... Like, some games, they work out really well. Other games, they do not survive turn 1.
Yeah.
Because...
You've got to just use them as you need them, right? You can't be too attached to them. They're still, at the end of the day, for as much damage as they do, they're only a 120-point squad.
Yeah, exactly. And particularly with the Razor Flail and with the no fallback relic, I think that unit could be my MVP this week, because of the terrain, just being able to wrap and trap stuff
Or
really
you could
easily.
never use it.
Or I could never use it. It could just be Jazar once again running around like a happy little murder fairy. You know, that's always a safe shout. But yeah, it should be good. What are your expectations for this event? John, we'll go with you first. So what do you want to achieve?
Hopefully get a 3 and 2, because that'd be nice.
3 and 2?
Well, they're all the English, mate. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I get 3-2, I'll be very happy because normally I just get a couple of wins and then, I lose a rail again. But if I can get 3-2, I'll be very happy with myself.
Well, you've got a solid list for me, and we'll be giving you the rundown on the train on how to play your list. So there'll be no excuses. It'll all be on you. You've got 4 hours of coaching from Chris, and I'll be watching.
And then you have 1 hour of Innes fixing the coaching that I've given you.
And we'll have a practice game tomorrow, Chris, just so I can get the basics out of the way.
Yep.
What are you doing on a Friday, John?
I was going to go explore in London.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really fancy a tournament before the tournament, so I just want to go explore London because I've never really been.
Yeah, nice. Fair. We're going to do some stuff in London on the Thursday, but taking another day absolutely makes sense. It's a huge essay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Innes, dare I ask, what do you want to achieve this weekend?
No, you don't.
Okay, all right, moving on. No, Innes, what do you want to achieve? Let's get it on the record.
I mean, I want to win. Like,
get the dub.
Is there anything else worth going for if you're in my position here?
He's another focus for the cabinet.
Exactly. There's
only another KR multi-case.
There's only a lot up there. Yeah, ultimately, I don't think I've put myself in the best position I could have put into win. I didn't buy an AdMech army for this tournament. If I really wanted to, I'd have done that.
5 AdMech planes.
Yeah, so I'm like 80% going for the win, 20% I didn't want to spend another $4,000. So yeah, I'm going to try and do as well. The goal is 5-0. I came fourth last time in 2019. I would like to repeat that. Top 4 is absolutely what I'm aiming for. But I will be comfortable with just getting a 5-0.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I mean, 4-1 is the minimum I'm accepting. If I do worse than that, I'll kill myself.
We do not condone that here in this channel.
Metaphorically.
I mean, we all know that your soul is long gone.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I will be very disappointed in myself if I go less than 5-0, and I will be incredibly disappointed in myself if I go less than 4-1.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, you're definitely at that kind of tier of player where you're looking to do really well at these events. But it is fair enough. If you're really gunning for it, you would drop a ton of money on an AdMech army or Orc Buggy List if you thought that was better.
It's not.
It's it's a fair point. For me personally, I would like to. So I think I work better when I set myself a battle point goal rather than a points goal rather than a win rate goal, because then it's less pressure for me in the game. So I would like to score kind of 420 points over the course of the event, which means I'm not going for the top 4. It's somewhere between I feel that's somewhere between a 4-1 and a 3-2, somewhere between those two. So ultimately I just don't know how the terrain is going to interact with my army. It's going to be a very weird kind of situation for me. It's not what I'm used to, and it's the first time I've played in terrain rules like that. Normally I'm used to all buildings just blocking all line of sight unless they got windows in it. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I can idiot savant my way to doing better, or maybe I'm just going to have fun and just charge at people.
You can do both. That's my game plan.
Or both.
And what are you doing on the Friday, Chris?
So I'm taking part in the RTT. So there you have the option of taking, I think it's 3 extra games for 15 quid. So I thought, why not? Might as well. I get to play against more people. I'm in pod 8, I think. We've got an interesting mixture of lists. The one that stick up my head, there's quite an aggressive White Scars list because it's White Scars. There's, I think, a Custodes list, which is lots of the pistol dudes. I think there's two big squads. There is an AdMech
for people at home.
Venetari. There is a Lucius AdMech horde with, I think it was 80 Rangers and 40 Vanguard, which is going to be so much fun to play with.
Classic.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun, and that will give them, because I'm taking the same list. I was tempted to take a meme list full of bombers and stuff like that, but sod bringing 2 armies down on the train. So I thought I can use this for practice. Just get a bit more used to the terrain and the timings and the rules pack, because it's all very similar. So a bit of extra practice prep. Innes, what are you doing on the Friday?
Yeah, I've got a couple of practice games scheduled with a friend from the Netherlands and a friend from Twitter. And then I am hopefully going to be streaming, doing the commentary for the Invitational for the finals with the Honest Wargamer on Twitch. So that'll be good fun.
That's
I'll
pretty
post
cool.
more details somewhere about that as and when it gets confirmed.
Yeah. If you send me the details, I'll put them down in the link description below. If you have them by then.
I don't think I'll have them in time.
I can-
It'll be on
I can edit that in.
/the Honest Wargamer. Yeah.
I can edit. I can check down there if it's just do a courtesy check.
It'll probably be spammed everywhere that you can possibly find 40k content. So keep an eye out if you're interested.
And then you get to hear more of Innes's sultry tones.
And more importantly, you get to see some really good play from whoever comes out from the knockout bracket of the Invitational, which I'm sure will be an absolute hell of a game.
And next year,
I think that's 7:30 till 10:30 on Friday. For the interested, that's GMT or BST, whatever we're on.
time. Yeah. So and hopefully we'll see you in that invitational final next year.
Well, it's top 32 from the UKTC. We'll make it to the final. We'll get invited next year. So
yeah, fingers crossed for you.
Fingers crossed. That should be an achievable goal. There's not 32 good players in the UK, right?
Yeah, there's 31. Yeah. So I think now what we'll do is we'll go through and highlight some lists. As I said, we don't have round one yet. We'll be talking about our round one matchups on Thursday over on Team Scotland Facebook page, or Friday. No, whenever we can. We will find a time and we will do it. So, John, do you want to highlight a list for us, or something that stuck out for you?
Well, for me, as the Chaos Man himself, looking at all the chaosy stuff like that people are bringing, I'm seeing a lot of like Emperor's Children and World Eaters for Chaos Wing specific.
Oh, I want to play against those.
And then when it comes to like just a Chaos Army, there's an Iron Warriors list that's like really piqued my interest, and it's like
how many Mauler Fiends?
No. To my little Alpha Legion heart, it's got like Chosen and Dreadclaws and Chaos Marines and stuff, and it's like, oh, I love.
Okay, so it's not Matt Robertson's
Warrior.
Matt Robertson's word bearers list with the triple load of skulls. No,
I've seen that, but there's another one that's like Mortarion, a Demon's attachment with like the Slanesh Monster Mash and Emperor Children mix.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got it somewhere.
Yeah, if I could get 5 games against Emperor's Children, I'll be so happy.
Yeah.
If I get 5 games against you, I'd be so happy.
It's Mortarion, it's got Be'lakor, it's got Shalaxi, it's got Demonettes, Fiends, Furies. Then the Emperor's Children, it's got Chaos Lord and Terminate Armor, some Noise Marines, and a bunch of Terminators. Like, that's a lot of Terminators. And then a Dreadclaw and a Spawn.
Yeah.
What is up with?
Yeah, that's certainly a list with tons of teeth. Metaphorically and literally.
It's
pretty cool.
Yeah. Innes, I think you've got... So what list do you want to have? I think you've also got a list of the Scots who are coming down.
The first thing I'll do is I'll give a shout out to the Scot and Scot adjacent players that I caught when I was having a quick run through. I'm really sorry to start if I've missed you. I just didn't catch your name when I was flicking through the 600. So we have Nicholas Malone, who is playing Salamanders. We have Fulvio Beckley, who is playing Eldari. We have David Human playing Blood Angels. Colin Rose playing Death Guard. Ryan Kerr playing Grey Knights. Ben Stimpson and Andrew Mulholland both playing Orc Buggies, and we're not rooting for them. Paul Unson, I'm really sorry, Paul, playing Thousand Suns. Brian Sipp playing Farsight Enclaves, and Scott Henderson playing Astra Militarum, and then obviously the 3 of us are going down as well. So there's a decent clutch of Scots going down. Hopefully we can fill out 4 of the top 4, but we'll see what happens.
You might be a lone representative up there.
You know, I take that too.
There could be only one, right?
There only needs to be one.
Yeah, and do you have a list for us? Do you have a specific list in mind?
The specific list that I wanted to shout out was one that I'm going to have to quickly find because the guy's my hero.
What's the got?
So the guy is running. If I can ever find it. Well, I basically just did a search for Leviathan in the list document and then found like my favorite one. and there's one guy who is running an Iron Hands pure list that has the wonderful, wonderful. Here it is. I don't have your name, but I will check. I will find his name in a second. So he's running a Primaris Step Marine, 2 Primaris Step Marines, 2 Incursor squads, an Intercessor squad, 3 Leviathans with Volkit Caliber and Gravflex Bombard, a Relic a Relic Contemptor Dreadnought with 2 Twin Las Cannons, another Primaris Librarian, a Primaris Librarian with the 5 of Invalora, and 3 Redemptive Dreadnoughts, and that's it.
Ooh.
And he's my hero, and I'm gonna find his name or his or her name because I never did that when I was looking earlier. That is Einar Finson, and I am massively there for it, Einar. I am so proud of you.
Well, hopefully that list will kick ass and take names.
I can't imagine it doing anything else. I'll also give a shout out to my man Martijn, who is playing Blood Angels, and I don't really know what else is in his list, but he's playing Blood Angels, and I have to love him. So, good luck to Martijn as well.
Is that the chap you're playing against on Friday?
No, I'm not playing Martijn.
Okay.
I'm playing another one. I'm playing another friend.
Right. Well, my shout out is gonna go to a chap from our Discord that Ines and I are part of, the Biffpod Discord. Really nice community there. It's this is Doug Tabor, and he's also running Dark Eldar, but as a different spin, he's running Kronos. He's running the Kronos Dark Technomancer. So he's got Drazar, who's a Warlord, Rax, 6 Kronos with a Spirit Probe of Spirit Vortex in each, Blackheart with a 7-man court with some Sith and Urgo, an Archon, this is Ancient Evil Dimblade variety, Trueborn, Incubi, 3 Raiders. So Doug has been talking quite a lot about reducing the number of Raiders down because of the terrain. I think 3 you could probably get away with hiding in most
you
maps.
You can definitely hide 3 because there's the one ruin that has obscuring terrain on it that you can definitely hide in your deployment zone. You can almost always hit 3 from that from most angles, if not all.
Yeah.
So it's generally fairly safe, and then you can always outflank 1 if it's really, really dangerous.
Yeah. So that's a difference from mine because I'm running 4 Raiders. So I'm really curious to see how the Kronos and less Raiders work out. That's why I'm highlighting it, because I've been thinking about taking this list to events myself because Kronos look really fun. And then of course he's got the Cult of Strife Murder section of it, which is the Triple Whippy Sucky Bissy, the Blood Brides, Mandrakes, and then 2 units of Hellions, 1 of 9 and 1 of 8. So, and they're both with the +1 attack drug. So yeah, that's just going to come and bad touch you in very many places.
I have another list I want to shout out when you're done.
Yeah, sure.
I've got one as well.
All right, well, you two go for this, and then why don't we talk a little bit about the faction breakdown to round out things?
Sure. Okay. I want to talk about a friend from the TTS community in Team Scotland. He was taking part in a bunch of our events. It's Chris Kinnear, who is potentially trying out for Team Wales, I believe. And he's an old FPS esport pro. I can't quite remember what game, but he was quite good at them. So it's good to see some people from other communities taking their turn in 40k. And he is playing an Imperium list. And you're going to notice a theme with the list that I've recommended on my own because, oh my god, I just love this list. I just went through this list because I wanted to look at what he was playing, and it's amazing. So it's Deathwatch. He has 2 company veterans, a Primaris Captain, a Primaris Tent Marine, 3 Redemptors, 3 Relic Contemptors, and then he has a Grey Knight Spearhead detachment with a Grandmaster Nemesis Dread Knight, 2 squads of Servitors, and 3 Nemesis Dread Knights.
Well...
So it is 3 Redemptors, 3 Contemptors, 4 Nemesis Dread Knights, and 2 CP. He is a man after my heart.
The big chunkus is here. The big chunkus is here. I'm assuming one of them is also I'm just going to teleport whenever you shoot me, Grandmaster Dread Knight.
No, because you can't take you can't buy relics if you don't have a Grey Knight Warlord, and he has the 5-up Invul Bubble on his Primaris Captain for the Dreadnought for the Redemptor.
That makes a lot more sense. Yeah. A good player will make sure you won't get much value out of that teleporting.
He does have the redeploy for the Dread Knights though.
Yes.
So those 3 other Dread Knights can redeploy.
I greatly appreciate that list.
So Chris, I hope you smash Fox. I want to see you. I want to see you win the tournament, my man. Like, if I can't win it, I want it to be you.
That list just says. That list tactic is just walk at them 5-head. Just walk at them.
You don't even have walk at them. You kill them and make them walk to you. The biggest problem I'll see for him is that his secondary is going to be a bit constrained. He's not going to be able to take a Boar. He's not going to be able to take Oath because he's not running pure Space Marines. So he's probably not going to get the big 100-point wins that you really, unless he's absolutely tabling people, which I could see being a bit of a limiter in this format, sadly.
Yeah. In this format, you need to score the big points. I mean, if you take Rod, you're just probably not. If you take Rod twice, you're not going to win.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can take Rod once, and
you
then
take Rod, and you can take it in the top 4.
Yeah. So once, pick your Rod wisely, and even banners. If you're not going to be scoring the 15 on banners,
Yeah, but it's okay because all the missions with banners is bad. There's a good mission secondary.
Yes. John, what was the extra list you had for us?
I found an Iroar's list that was like mine, but much better and cooler.
Nice.
Triple Discordant, 2 Decimators, 3 Force Fiends, 3 Mauler Fiends, and a bunch of chaff.
Monster Mash! We're just gonna come for you.
Even when John plays memeless, he can't do it properly. He never goes to the full extreme.
No.
John is meme light.
John tries to do things like score because we keep telling him he has to, but
again, just walk at them, Fivehead.
Just kill him. Use Anthony Venea's patented the art of murder, and go for it.
I do have one more list myself, seeing as you both an often fun list. I thought
about 7, mate. Go for it.
I thought I would highlight a friend of Team Scotland who's been kicking around in Team Scotland Discord a lot. Sai Finney, who's bringing Death Guard, and it's Mortarian Zambo with Foul Blight Spawn, Chaos Lord, the Demon Prince, Cultists, Potswalkers, and then 3 Chaos Contemptor Dreadnoughts with the Volkite and the missile launchers. And then I think this is 6 Death Rod, I think, in total. Maybe 8, I can't count. Tannyman, Chaos Spawn, and then 3 Paper Crawlers. This is just going to shoot you off the table and walk you menacingly.
So he took my advice that the best way to play Death Guard is just full shooting. It is just 3 squads. It is 2 squads of 3 Death Guard because they're 150 points.
Yes. So
I'm pretty sure this is the list that Manny won a GT with last weekend, or close to it.
Yeah. So I'm keen to see how Sai gets on. I haven't met him. I've paid him on Discord on TDS a few times and chatted to him a bunch more. And I'm hoping that he does really well. And looking forward to meeting him.
And his player number is 0.666, which is not a good sign for a Nurgle player who would have wanted 0.777, but he's definitely going to do hellish things to his opponents.
Is 6 Sinesh's number? I want to say that's Sinesh's number.
Yeah, 6 is Sinesh.
Yeah, and then it's 8 for Corn, right, or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And 9 for Zane. I know my lore. I really don't. Okay, the faction breakdown. Do you two have the chart on Messenger or something?
No, but I know where to find it.
Oh yeah, if you go to my Facebook page, it'll be there.
I saw someone post a better one on Twitter.
Yeah. I've been circulating this, and so interesting faction breakdown change. So Drukhari almost beat out Space Marines.
No, they don't, because you got to combine all the other Space Marine factions. There's 31% of the event is playing Space Marines, something like that.
Yeah, but just Adeptus. So the Adeptus have started, so the non-variants are not Death Watch.
They're the same codex.
Yeah, but they're listed differently in ITC factions, and that's
not a real thing.
That's what I was going on. Necrons.
Or you know it.
Necrons almost beating out the Dark Elder though with 47 against 54. That was quite interesting to see.
There's so many Necron lists. I hope I play all of them.
Yeah. Admech narrowly losing to Sisters, 37 to 35.
Admech have got a small but healthy population of incredibly powerful players.
Yeah.
You look down the list of Admech players, it's like, oh, that guy's won a major. Oh, that guy's won a super major. Oh, that guy. Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good Admech players in there. Grey Knights and Thousand Suns.
Just for context on that one, I'll just run through a couple quickly. Malakam and Rubio, Brett Armitage, Manny Chima, Chris Gent. We got Ash Loftus. We got Rickard Nilsson. We got Alex Petford. We got Mike Porter. Oh God.
Yeah, if you draw into Admech, prepare yourself.
Hope it's not one of them.
Yeah, prepare your posterior. Grey Knights
Prepare your
and
day for it.
Thousand Suns, very, flavorly, 29 and 30.
Yeah,
You
picking
know,
up
so
steam.
so
A
about
lot of Dread
equal.
Knights. Lot
Only
of Dread
31,
Knights.
only 31 orc lists, and actually not. When I looked through, not too many of them were buggy Sam. I think it was only about 10ish were
Yeah,
buggy
there's
Sam.
31 orc lists and 209 buggies.
Yeah, one singular Nurgle list, two Suggestion lists. No other Chaos God has been purely championed. 11 Tyrannid lists. God bless them.
Oh, go! My
Well,
mate Joe's playing
that's
Tyranids. He's playing
right,
like 150 gaunts. I want to see him do well as well.
John, what were you saying?
So let's bring in like a Scythe Hire Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my mate John.
Yeah, so I'm looking. Was there any other interesting things?
I did have one talking point.
Yeah.
The list of top players, I kind of had a brief glance that I pulled the list and read through. There are no top players other than like Mark Crumbleholm, who only plays Eldar, that are playing Drukhari at this tournament. They are all playing Space Marines, Orcs, or Admech.
Do you think that's down to the terrain?
Yeah, it's real
Yeah.
bad. I don't think Drukhari are going to have a good time this weekend.
No, that's why I've been rather conservative.
There's nobody playing them in the Invitational. None of the top players are playing them. Like we've seen Manny playing them. Conor Barkowitz is a notorious Elder player. He's not playing them. He's playing Space Marines. It's not looking promising. This is not a good environment for Raiders, and I think that because that's so much of Dark Elder's power, it's gonna be rough for them.
Yeah. I am definitely preparing my mental state for the start of reality that I could be really hammered here. Like
I stopped planning for Dark Elder on my list building about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I noticed.
I was like, I don't need to. I can just beat Dark Eldar passively. It's ridiculous. I kind of love it.
Yeah.
Screw Dark Eldar.
It just takes a relatively strong shooting list. That's all it takes. It doesn't take much.
Yeah.
Like
and none of the top armors right now are lacking that. I can kill Raiders over a wall, no problem.
Yeah. Like as a Dark Elder player, it's kind of like, oh, my Raider got popped, but it's fine. My stuff is behind the wall, and then some wee speeder or some dreadnought just pokes his head around the wall, and suddenly you're like, ah!
I'm gonna lose to Dark Eldar now.
You are, and it's going to be hilarious. Like there's going to be there's going to be some like Rager Wing fighter spam in there.
Be like four Dark Eldar in the top 4 or something stupid.
Yeah,
like that. I've said it.
And they've all got Ravagers in it for some reason.
Ravagers have sails. AWOL Nation will be taking those away.
I mean, or we just say screw it and bring a bunch of Razor Wing jet fighters and border bombers and just strike you.
Just go first, Fivehead. Just go first.
Yeah. Not too many knight players though. I think it was only 8 knight players in total. There were some other lists may have souped in knights.
What are you going to do? You're going to move a knight on these boards? No, thank you.
There's a lot of the Chaos Suit ones that are running a ton of the War Dogs.
Yeah, War Dogs are popular, but War Dogs are not knights. Like War Dogs have a lot more maneuverability.
War Dogs are
just on these boards.
They're tanks on legs. They just have the knight keyword.
Who's actual pure Chaos Knights?
Yes, there's 2 knight renegades. There are only 2 knight renegades, and there are 6 Imperial Knights. But again, there may be other big knights souped into Imperial armies because there are 14 of them.
Yeah, there's one guy with just 4 knights.
Ooh, can't play that.
And another guy with 2 knights, 2 renegade knights, and 4 war dogs and 3 Moraks.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Should be fine. Yeah.
You'll have a decent time trumping, smashing some people on the middle tables. I'm fully confident of that.
Oh yeah, although I am thinking back to that game where the 4-droid knight with the lightning claw or the lightning gun, whatever that's called, the big one. What?
The Moirak, the Megara, yeah.
Yeah. The knight Megara walking around shooting out all of its guns into my squad of Mandrakes and killing one model. That was so much fun.
Remember when Mike killed your Megatrak on Overwatch?
I think so. Yeah.
That was fun. Back before Buggies had -1 fucking damage.
Yeah, so it's shaping up to be a really good weekend. So we'll do our round 1 kind of commentary things Thursday, Friday, whenever we got time. I'll do a RTT roundup as well. I'm trying to include some clips of that, but that will all be released. At least the stuff that I'll be doing is either going to be streaming on YouTube or released after the event. Whatever makes sense for me. I'm imagining Innes will do kind of some Team Scotland Facebook posts and streams.
I'll try and do some streams on the Team Scotland page, but I'll definitely have hopefully round updates, just in text form. So that's Team Scotland Warhammer 40k on Facebook, and I'll probably have my own personal results on my Twitter, which is at Innes A. Wilson.
Yeah, and John will kind of float between us, or John, do you have a social media that you want to plug and do some streaming stuff on?
I'll be taking as many photos as I can and slap them on my Facebook and my Instagram when I can.
Yeah.
So that we
the John Paul or John the Paul on Instagram.
John the Paul, yeah.
It's John_the_Paul.
I'll put a link down in the doobly-doo.
That way we can all have a look at some of the glorious painted armies that we have there, like we do.
And the food that we eat, probably.
Yes, plenty of good food to be had. We have a meetup on Saturday night, I think it is.
Yeah, we have dinner booked with a bunch of friends of ours on Friday night at a Turkish place, which I looked at the menu for, and I can actually eat there, which is shocking to me.
Yeah, they have some really nice kebab and koftas. It's going to be amazing.
We'll tell you afterwards, John. You're booked in for dinner with us. It's fine.
No, I know about the dinner. I mean, you can actually eat there.
Yeah, I had a look at the menu. There's like 4 things I eat. It's fine.
That's the most shocking. That's the most shocking part.
There we go. Chicken nuggets, chicken fingers.
Okay. There was 4 things excluding the children's menu.
Yeah, and it's famously advanced and cultured palate.
Oh, mate, it's great. I can eat like the chicken. I can eat the chicken, or the chicken with rice, chips, or chips and rice.
or a chip buddy. All right, I think we'll wrap up there because I think this has kind of gone on long enough.
We've devolved, yeah.
We have devolved into madness as it is now half past midnight.
Come see us if you're at the tournament and you want to say hi. Chris doesn't bite, John does, so be careful.
Chris,
you said
you can't wear the Innes Wilson shirt that we have.
Mine doesn't fit me anymore, so no.
That's your problem, Ben.
It is my problem. The answer is I'm not going to wear it.
I might bring a kilt for day 2.
I'll be wearing my Innes Wilson shirt for Saturday, and then I'll probably wear my club shirt for Sunday, so you kind of miss me. It's big, bright, and red.
Come and find the big fat guy. I know that doesn't help you much.
Walk towards table 1, you'll see me.
Yeah. Walk towards the people who are looking most upset, and you'll find me.
Walk towards the bathroom, you'll find John.
All right. If we see you, it'll be lovely to see you there. If not, have a great event, and if you're not going, come next year. No, this time.
Good luck to everybody at Las Vegas Teams this weekend as well. That's looking a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome. So, all the social media stuff will be downstairs, and we'll see you there.
Catch you later, guys.
Bye.
Later.